This is Washington National News. We have plenty of news to cover today. First of all, there was a tragedy in Lebanon where a teen girl was accosted by Israeli invaders. On camera, they bombed her hometown and the girl was seen fleeing for cover. Now, what makes this especially horrendous and horrific is that these Israeli soldiers, after the footage seen in this news coverage program, hunted down this girl and assaulted her sexually on camera. Unfortunately, her phone fell into the bushes during the assault, which allowed the Israeli police and military not to notice the fact that their horrendous war crime was being filmed to go unnoticed. So her phone was in the bushes, videotaping this crime against her, as this young girl was unfortunately raped by Israeli military and police services. During the time, she had her phone filter switched to a kitten face filter instead of the puppy face filter she had on, which was just a fact of the news story. And it did not censor her identity, however, which is why we were able to recover this story and understand that this Israeli crime against the Lebanese and Palestinians must be stopped at once so that they can be stopped from raping these girls who are wearing puppy face filters and kitten face filters, and they only want to go about their lives peacefully without being assaulted, murdered, and raped by these Israeli war criminals. This echoes a similar story from several years ago, the Beirut blast. A BBC journalist was blown across the screen by a BBC explosion in Beirut. A BBC explosion sent her flying, the journalist, and she was sent crashing to the ground, where she moaned and groaned terribly and whimpered.
سيد فيصل،
أهلا وسهلا سيدتي.
في البداية ممكن تعطينا لمحة عن
After being sent flying by this BBC explosion in Beirut. And this was caught live on camera. This crime committed against her, likely with Israeli involvement. Not confirmed. Not confirmed. I do not want to speculate here. But it is likely there was Israeli involvement in this BBC explosion that sent this journalist flying across the room. She nearly lost her life. It was so overwhelming for her, which is why she was whimpering and moaning for about half a minute after being so shocked by this BBC explosion. Truly shocking news. This is why we in America must stay strong and vigilant against these terrible people in Israel who continue to commit war crimes against women and children with no regard for human rights. Stay tuned to Washington National News.